Righto, having a cup of tea out of my kangaroo cup. The workbench is a mess. Bits and pieces everywhere. The whole shed is a mess at the moment. I have got stuff everywhere. Righto, but I thought it was high time I actually had a look at my design for the track, my layout. Along the back there is 3.6 metres. Comes down 1500. From that corner to that corner is 2.4 metres. And then we come down another 1500 to a nice big L shape. Now this is obviously just a very rough representation of what I was really like to do. So, okay, so where do we start? So, my black backman is on the main line, and apparently he's the wrong way around. So we'll just turn him around and plonk him there. So he is on, I think, the upline. No, I'm not even going there. Anyway, so he is on one of the main lines. So that is the outer one. Goes right around there, right out, around. And comes back in to there. Then the other one, as you would have seen, is my double main line. Yeah, we'll go around that way. And come back to the station and go on the other side of the station. Righto, and on the inside of that, where my two 21-tonne tipper wagons are, hopper wagons, that is my windy branch line that will head off to a town over there. Winds around and around and around. And on the inside of my branch line, off a set of points, will be my parking for my carriages and bits and pieces. Just a little fiddle yard for some freight and stuff like that. I've got so many carriages in there, I don't know what to do. Now, all of this can be extended. None of this is exactly where it's going to end up. I just wanted to have a bit of a look and see what I'm up against. As you can see, I've just laid track on other track and stuff. It's just a representation. Okay, so the point work here is also not correct. I've got a little bit later in the video, I'll show you my SCARM layouts. Exactly what it's going to be. So this little corner here is going to be my control corner. And over here is my, what is it, a TMD? Traction Maintenance Depot. And that is not exactly how it is on my plan either, on SCARM. It's just a representation. Basically, it can come off the main line there and join, so a loco can come here, stop, and reverse into either the shed or the fueling station, or it can come into the shed. There'll be other sheds as well. Alternatively, it can come along, stop at the station, which is going to be probably about that long, and it can drop the wagons near where my overhead gantry is. It can go up to that set of points and then come back around through to the loco park or the TMD. And then by manoeuvring back and forward, which is what I like doing with my locos, it'll be able to join back on or just get back onto the line there. In this section here on my SCARM plan, I've actually got a set of points about there on the branch line, and it just curls around in the centre, and that will be a small industry or something like that. I've got some Metcalfe buildings, I've got some Scaledale buildings, and I don't know what I'll do with those, but they'll just scatter around. But yeah, anyway, so I'll just zoom out again. That should be a lot of fun. I've obviously got to build a baseboard. It's going to be a pretty permanent one. I've got a pretty decent sized shed here. And the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a pulley system, and it's going to go up there. So it'll be well above head height. Should be able to get it at easily 3 meters off the ground. And then when I want to bring it down, I'll just wind it down, pop some legs out, and have it set up. I have got access all the way around. I am very lucky to have a lot of room for my 3.6 metres of train layout. This section of the main lines is actually going to start elevating up. I think it's at about 2 degrees. To a point along the back here, it'll be all raised up, and that raises up to about 60 mil or something like that. And then it'll slowly go back down again as well. So that's just a little bit of a different elevation. And also in this area here, I'm going to have a tiny little valley. There'll be a little creek or something, creek line here, and that'll disappear off, and I'll have a couple of bridges just here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm thinking at the moment. If I had this layout on a board right now, with a bit of scenery and stuff like that, that would be the ultimate thing, because I just love watching trains go round and round, stopping at the station, and I can be mucking around in the yard here, setting up either carriage sets or freight wagons for different things. Once again, this point work and that is not finalised, and I'll show you once again on my plan. And then I can be mucking around with my locos there. Alright, so that'll do for that. I've got a mixture of buildings, and I mean, this is it's just something that I like, so I don't mind that there's different sheds and stuff like that. As I get into it a little bit more, I might worry about it, but this is a fantasy, historic / modern railway. I've got a class 37 in rail network, in network rail colours, and I'm building up a network rail rake to look after, rip around and clean track and pretend to do work on track and that. So that's just what I like. Well, I love these locos. I also have a mixture at the moment of DCC and DC. Like if I wanted to, I could make all of that little working yard there just into DC. But yeah, ultimately it's all going to be DCC. So I do have a few DCC locos now, and I've got some more of the Hornby HM7000 encoders decoders, sound decoders to put in. So it'll all be DCC. Anyway, yeah, I've got a few more buildings, and I've got footbridges, and I've got more stations and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it'd be pretty exciting. I just love the idea of having the station here and having the trains pull up and having a whole heap of hardware behind there. And, yeah, there could be a few walls and greenery here and there. Like I said, that's going to be elevated at the back, so it'll give it some kind of a 3D look to it. Yeah, but that's it. Okay, I'll quickly show you on my SCARM on my computer, my SCARM layout. Once again, not fully finalised or anything, but yeah, all right. Righto, having a quick look at the SCARM layout. You can see my twin main line going around the outside there, and this section here is where the station will be. And there's also another station, I think, going to be here. But anyway, okay, so another thing that I did was the inner part of the main line is actually able to hook up to the branch line. And there's this little industry line that I was talking about out in the shed, and that's also got like a, what do you call it, a back around for the loco. Oh, I'm terrible with terms, sorry. And there's my windy branch line. And so this parking yard is actually not exactly what I want, but it could be something like that. Anyway, that is the general outlay of the main lines. So now if I just go to, I'll open my loco park up, and you can see how that connects to the outer main line and also that line there. Now I've got these different ones because I actually haven't purchased SCARM, so I should probably do that, but I can do it in different stages, which really doesn't worry me. As you can see there, I've just got a little bit of the main line, and that is a little bit different layout, but that's the loco area I'm thinking. So, and then we'll go to, oh, this is the double station ones. There you go, something like that. There's my two stations. That's how that goes. But it's all a little bit of a combination of all of these, just thinking. There's a little branch line station there, and then just have a little bit of a car park there, and then down the little valley under the bridge, and that's just like an exit. That's just like somewhere for the layout to go. What do we got here? Okay, yeah. So, and then there's from the branch line, I'll be able to get into the yard as well. So it's all just a bit of a combination of all of those, and I still have to finalise it. But yeah, having a lot of fun doing that. Here's yeah, so I've got heaps of different ones. I had a little DMU line at one stage, just going back and forth. I've got a Bachmann double 2-carriage diesel motor unit that could have just gone back and forward there. So anyway, possibilities are endless. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I will leave it at that. But once again, yeah, combination of Hornby, Pico, all the other brands. I just, not particular on any one brand, I love them all. So I'll be able to watch trains going around and round. I'll be able to work in the yards depending on how I want it done. and my loco yard. So I think I'll be a very happy boy. All right, there you go. That's what's happening at Parkerhill Shunt. A little bit of an update. Not really getting a lot done, but always thinking about it, and yeah, having fun as well. Righto. Cheers, guys.